I've seen this happen a bunch of times too, where when that check comes and it's all women, suddenly it becomes a problem of who's gonna pay. When women are out with other women, they're not gonna allow other women to finesse. Now, other women are aware of this. This is why when the bill comes, women don't like paying for other women because they know what time it is and they know why, okay? So women are gonna be damned if they're gonna pay for another woman's meal, knowing that that woman is probably finessing a whole bunch of guys as well. They don't wanna feel like a man. Before I get into it, look at this video right here, guys. So I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw this video and I said, you know what, this is gonna be a fantastic breakdown from a psychological perspective. So I'm gonna play this video here. Basically, woman is now going viral for being asked to split the tab instead of separate checks. Is she right or wrong for telling her friends this? So I'm gonna play the video. I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm gonna let you guys just kind of watch it for what it is and we'll have a discussion on it.
I told him to get separate. I'm not spending no check with y'all, so I don't know why y'all told me no check. I'm not doing it. I didn't eat all that y'all ate. Y'all getting drinks, y'all didn't get all that. I got this. No, it don't matter. It's my birthday. I got it paid for. We're not gonna do this birthday. So y'all trying to split the check? Who paying for your shit? I'm paying for my own shit. We need to get separate checks. I'm not splitting no check. I'm not waiting till every 24 hours up. I'm not splitting a check with y'all. I'm not splitting a check. I'm at Howard though. I'm paying for my own shit. I'm not splitting no check because I didn't eat all that. Got drinks and all that y'all got. We always do that. I don't always do a fuck thing. I don't I be by myself. You can make no difference if you feel like you want y'all. I be by myself. I ain't by myself. I'm here for my son. My food. I don't eat with y'all. I'm not splitting. Y'all drink no more of this bottle though. I ain't got to. I ain't got to. I'm drunk now. You feeling great? I'm drunk now. You feeling great? Well, next time I want to fuck, I'm going to split a check.
Well, if you guys were able to understand anything that was said there, basically this girl doesn't want to pay and split the check with her friends who ordered a significant amount more food and drinks than she did, and she felt as though I'm only going to pay for what I consumed versus being brought into this splitting the check situation that is going to increase my bill. Because you guys ate a majority of the food. I only have one plate here, and you guys can see all the food over here on this side, right? So these chicks definitely went ahead and had themselves some fun here, and she does not want to contribute to that. And as I was watching this video, you know, I kind of just like a light bulb turned on. And this is kind of the analysis I gave, right? So it's actually psychologically fascinating to see how women react when the check comes versus men. Completely different dynamics. Men will fight over the check to assert dominance, success, and status. No guy wants to look like a female at the table. However, women will avoid the check or only pay for themselves rather than the table. This is because women inherently understand the predatory nature of other women when it comes to their ability to avoid paying for experiences, dinner, travel, etc., that are usually paid for by men in courtship. I'm going to say that again. This is because women inherently understand the predatory nature of other women when it comes to their ability to avoid paying for experiences that are usually paid for by men in courtship. Okay? It's a key. The last thing a woman wants to be to another woman is an ATM, unlike men. In short, men pay the bill to avoid looking like a bitch. Women avoid the bill to not pay for another bitch. And I kind of had a typo here. Men pay the bill, the bill. I meant to put men pay the bill. But yeah, in short, men pay the bill to avoid looking like a bitch. Women avoid the bill to not pay for another bitch. And why do I say this, right? Because I've seen this happen a bunch of times too, where when that check comes and it's all women, suddenly it becomes a problem of who's going to pay, right? I remember there was a video that went viral like a year or two ago where a woman's boyfriend didn't want to pay for the whole table. You guys remember this? Kind of similar to this situation, same people. I'll leave it there. But long story short, it went viral because the women got mad at the boyfriend for not wanting to pay for all the other girls. He only wanted to pay for his chick. He didn't want to pay for everybody else. And they got pissed off about that. And I think it's very important to understand that this goes to show what I've been telling you guys for years. And it's simply this. Men are still held to their traditional standards while women are not. Let me explain. It used to be that men, right, had a degree of authority over women, okay? since men were looked at as the heads of the household, whether Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever it is, in almost every Abrahamic religion and in almost every culture, men are looked at to be the leaders, protectors, providers, and heads of the household, right? But a little thing called feminism came into the United States in the 1960s. And throughout the past several decades, it's slowly but aggressively permeated throughout society. And what we have now is a washed down version of women that subscribe to feminism when it benefits them, okay? So, in other words, what's effectively happened is we've kept male standards and male roles static while female standards and roles have moved and changed, okay? So, men are still expected to adhere to their traditional qualities versus women are not. I'll give you guys an example. Women are expected or allowed to go to school, get an education, become strong and independent, basically become the man that they want. However, we don't hold women to the same standard of being a lady and serving a man. I would argue it's quite the opposite. We tell them to become independent so that they don't have to serve a man. But here's the problem and the disconnect. The women still want the men to adhere to their roles. But what they don't realize is, since women's roles have changed, a lot of men don't feel the need to accomplish said roles. Okay? Now, I have to kind of paint the picture and let you guys know this is where we stand with gender dynamics. Men are expected to be men at all times. Women are expected to be ladies when it suits them and benefits them. So when they're out with a man on a date, now she better act like a lady because that dude's gonna pay the bill, right? But she could turn that off at any time and say, well, nigga, you ain't shit, blah, 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 and behave like a man. So they can pick and choose when they want to be a lady. And obviously this is extremely problematic for relationships in America. And this is why the marriage rates, the relationship rates have plummeted since the 1960s. Divorce rates are sky high, marriage rates are low. Dissatisfaction with dating is both high on the male and on the female side. It's completely fucked, all right? And it's fucked because of feminism. It is the root cause of this problem. Now, and we've already discussed where feminism comes from. We talked about that a million times, so I don't even need to go further, but I think it's worth mentioning quickly. So, when you see this situation here, all these women sitting at the dinner table, getting food or whatever, women are keenly aware of this, okay? Women are aware of the fact that they're able to double dip and behave like a lady when they want, but also be able to exert independence when they want. So, when women are out with other women, they're not gonna allow other women to finesse. I'm gonna say that again. When women are out with other women, they're not gonna let those women finesse because they know what the game is. They know that women have the ability to camouflage themselves as a strong, independent woman while simultaneously saying, I'm a damsel in distress, I want men to pay for my shit. There's women I know that are multimillionaires, that are extremely successful, but still insist on men paying for the dates. It's like a game to them. A lot of girls get off on men spending money on them. And they enjoy that men are willing to spend money on them without getting anything in return. Why do you guys think women keep guys in the friend zone? You think they keep them in the friend zone for no reason? No. That is the highest form of validation. If you sit there and spend time with women and get nothing in return, women love that. They love to use men. Now, they might not overtly admit this, obviously, right? You're going to have to come to the red pill space to be able to get that kind of information. Women are never going to admit this overtly, but this is what it is. Now, other women are aware of this. This is why when the bill comes, women don't like paying for other women because they know what time it is and they know why, okay? So women are going to be damned if they're going to pay for another woman's meal knowing that that woman is probably finessing a whole bunch of guys as well. You see the difference here? They don't want to get bitched out. They don't want to feel like a man. They don't want to be effeminated, right? Like if you're a guy and some dude bitches you out, makes you look crazy, like chumps you, hey, shut the fuck up, motherfucker, you don't say anything back, he emasculated you. He made you look weak. He made you look frail. That's a very uncomfortable feeling. That is precisely how women feel if they're footing the bill for another female, okay? I want you guys to burn that into your memories once again, okay? if a man chumps you and says, hey, shut the fuck up, motherfucker, and you just sit there silent, right? Fucking crickets and shit. He just emasculated you and you're going to feel like shit afterwards. That is exactly how women feel when they're footing the bill for other females. Okay? That is the functional equivalent. So I want you guys to get that feeling. That's how women feel about this shit. That's why this woman is responding so aggressively. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, you know, this is a whole bunch of acting like idiots, which I understand, by the way. Like, the way she went about it was weird. But I need you guys to kind of understand that the reason why she's coming at them so aggressively is because she feels like they're testing her. Like, if a motherfucker came up to you and said, try to G-check you, shut the fuck up, little guy, you would probably respond like, no, fuck you, motherfucker. That's exactly what this woman is going through right now. And I want you guys to be able to feel it from the male perspective so you know where she's coming from. She's looking at it like, yo, these bitches are trying to try me. And it's my birthday. I'm not about to pay for all y'all shit on my birthday when I know that you guys are finessing when I know that you bitches are finessing a bunch of niggas. Mind you, these are her friends. She knows these women. So she knows all their relationship situations. She knows all the gossip. She knows all the tea. So she knows that pretty much probably all, if not a majority of the women at this table are finessing some kind of dudes out of money. And she looks at it as wildly disrespectful that they want her to pay a share of a meal that she didn't necessarily participate in, so she only wants to pay for herself. Okay? Does that make sense, chat? That's what's going on here. This is the functional equivalent on the female side of a dude trying to G-check you. Give me ones if that makes sense. I went really deep there, but I wanted you guys to really get it. Like, women are not about to pay for another bitch's shit, bro. They hate that shit. Now, I have a funny story to tell you guys. I've told this story again. I've told this story before, but obviously we've been growing the channel wild, and there's a lot of you that probably haven't heard this story. So I'm going to take you guys down memory lane. So there's this girl I know, right? She lives here in Miami. She has a friend up in Michigan. And this girl in Michigan comes down periodically to hang out with her. Every time this girl comes down from Michigan, she stays at this girl's house. She hangs out with her. This girl hosts her. She, takes her out, all this other shit, right? So this girl up in Michigan is very sheltered. Like, she's always in the house. She can't do nothing. I think she's like a Lebanese Muslim or Christian or whatever. Basically, her family is very strict. So when she comes down to Miami, she lets loose and goes wild with this other chick, right? They're all thoughts. Who cares? But I thought it was very funny when she told me this story. So this Michigan chick comes down and hangs out with this Miami chick. When she comes and she stays at her house, they go out to bars, they go out to drinks, they fucking party, they go out, all this shit. And one day, the girl that came down from Michigan, one day she just takes her fob, her keys, and goes missing, right, for a day. And she doesn't contact her. And then on top of that, on this trip that she had come down, the girl I knew had been paying for all her meals and shit, right? So when they would go out, her friend would be like, oh, can you cover, this dinner? I'll get you back next time, blah, blah, blah. So she had foot the bill for this chick on multiple occasions and paid for alcohol and other shit, right? And she was letting her stay at her house. So when this girl went ghost all of a sudden and took her key fob and never paid her back for the dinner, she's telling me this story, right? She's telling me this shit. And she was pissed. She's like, yo, what the fuck? Every time this chick comes down here, I host her. I foot the bill for dinner, even though she never pays me back. I get the alcohol. I got all the connections. I get her on yachts. I do all this shit. And she don't show no love. And I stopped her, right? Because I could see the frustration in her voice and the resentment and the anger, right? So I stopped. I said, hey, yo. And to make this even funnier, this girl, she was one of them. To make that's the cherry on top that I didn't tell you guys last time. She was one of them, right? So she felt even more pissed off that this girl was finessing like this. And she was covering dinner, all this other shit. So I stop her. Hey, what you're going through right now, men get this every fucking day. Bro, mind blown. She was silent for 30 seconds, right? Because we're on the phone. She was silent for 30 seconds. And she was like, men go through this? I was like, yes. Yes. Men deal with this shit every fucking day. You got a taste of it, and look at how mad you were. Bro, this chick was pissed. She was literally livid at her friend for doing this shit. Livid. So when I told her, yo, this is like the average experience of an average guy where they're getting finessed by females like this all the time, she couldn't believe it. She was like, what? I was like, yes, bro. This is what men go through. And it wasn't until she felt that pain that I was able to explain to her this is what men go through, and then she was able to attribute that experience to males. Does that make sense? I told you guys a bunch of times, women lack empathy, and I stand by that. I really do. Because when I say women lack empathy, what I mean is women lack empathy of the male experience. Okay? Women kind of just live their lives. Dude comes along, he's handsome, he's charming, blah, 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 awesome, he's hot, cool. But they don't know what it took for that man to be that way. They don't know that the guy had to build up a business. They don't know that he has spent countless hours in the gym. They don't know that he spent years eating healthy. They don't know that he had to make significant sacrifices to his own enjoyment to become the man that she's attracted to now. Women don't understand any of this shit. They don't. Okay? So when I say women lack empathy, I mean as women lack empathy when it comes to the male experience because they don't have to work for their value. Men do. So when I had this rare opportunity for her to for a woman to be in the shoes of a man, I admittedly had to stop her and tell her what you're going through right now. This is what men go through all the fucking time. And bro, it was like a fucking mic drop moment. It really was. I could like feel the silence on the other end of the phone. It was like mind blown. Like fucking Nirvana. Like, what's going on here? And she was like, wow. Wow. I would not want to be a man in 2025. That's what she said. She just said, wow, if this is what men deal with, like, I would not date women. I would literally just stay single and never take these bitches serious. Hilarious. It's so funny to me that women come to the same conclusions that I come to once they actually understand what the fuck men are up against. The other day, another example for y'all niggas. Last after hours we did. Guys remember that? Or not the last one, but like 2 episodes back, we had this girl on and she was trying to explain to the women like how men think about things, and she was getting noticeably frustrated. Y'all remember? Here, I'll show y'all. Literally, bro, like, this shit is wild. This episode right here. I'm showing it because I know a lot of you guys might have not seen it. I think it was this one.
Like, revolves around.
Yeah, it was this one that we did with Home Math. So, this chick right here was getting annoyed. This girl right here. She was trying to explain to these two, like, the male experience, right? She was trying to explain, like, a very simple concept that me and Home Math have been trying to explain to these women, and you can see her noticeably get frustrated throughout the entire podcast, right? And the reason why I point this out to y'all, right, and we're doing, like, this deep dive psychologically is because when I tell you guys women lack empathy for the male experience, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. It's not until they're actually dealing with the bullshit, whether it's the example I gave you guys a second ago, with my friend basically fucking bringing this chick down and her fucking, you know, using her, or this woman here trying to explain a very simple male point to these women. That's the only time women get a fucking taste of what it's like to be a guy. And it's always amazing to me when I see women like be put in this position as a guy with the shoe on the other foot, how they respond. They tell us all the time, oh, you sassy. Oh, you're emotional. Oh, you're toxic, you're insecure. But when the shoe's on the other foot and women are dealing with the fuckery that they push out, they lose their minds. They lose their minds. They get visibly frustrated. They increase the sound of their voice. They get pissed off. They get angry. Like, bruh. Now, for me, I'm in the back kind of just laughing. Because I've been doing this shit for damn near 5 years at this point, so it's entertainment when I finally see a woman feel the pain that I feel. And that's what happened on this episode right here. Let me see if I can find a clip where she's getting, like, frustrated with these bitches. Let me see here.
Here.
I don't know. Why are I don't know. I feel like you
y'all
run the
are
show.
not. No, because y'all not getting it. Y'all not listening
I'm
to
sorry,
the
we're
man.
not getting
Why she looking at me though?
He's really trying to explain it
break the
to
fourth
y'all
wall.
and late.
See, like, you can see me here just like, bruh, nigga, another night, you know, another day in the office, right? But look how passionate she is.
in turns.
She breaking the fourth wall.
And late in turns that he's saying it is harder for a man, not speaking on all men, because he also did not say on all women, that it's harder for him to go online, reach out to a woman he may be.
And this was the topic, was who has it harder on social media? I was debating why men have it harder on social media than women do. And she understood my point. She got it hook, line, and sinker. These two weren't getting it. So this is her trying to explain it to them, that women have way more options. And look at how dismissive they are and how, like, they're like, we don't give a fuck. And how annoyed she is.
Interested
Yo, this is golden content, by the way, niggas. You guys are not going to get a fucking breakdown of female psychology like this anywhere else on the fucking internet. Just so y'all understand, you guys are not going to get a breakdown like this anywhere else. I'm showing you guys the receipts. I'm showing you guys stories. When the shoe's on the other foot and women are dealing with their own fuckery, they cannot handle it. Let's play this a little bit more and look at her frustration.
Because women have so many men that's always
that's a them problem. It's harder for them.
But that's what he said in the beginning. God damn it.
Can I just finish my point?
I have one question for you.
I ain't saying nothing else. I ain't saying nothing else.
4 years.
I've been doing this shit for 5 years. She spent, what, 10 minutes doing this?
Yeah.
You guys are not doing shit, though.
Why are we here? I'm like,
She already frustrated.
You guys are just talking over people. Turn my mic off.
Chris, take me out of this bitch.
My mic off. Talking over people does not mean you're right and you're winning the argument.
I agree. And talking in general, really, with a low voice does not mean you made any sense from the beginning when we started the conversation before the 5 minutes that we've been here.
Wait, fresh out the question. I want to hear it.
You did. I cannot believe that it's women that's this dense.
We're the ones.
This is why I don't have girls that's friends, because y'all are very much dense. You're very much entitled. You're very much thinking whatever you say.
My girlfriends love me.
If both of us are on the same level and she's sitting next to me, she's quiet. She's been more quiet than y'all, but she's understanding what he's trying to say. Just because I'm being loud and I'm more of a verbal person, I'm just like trying to get y'all to understand it like in a kindergarten
don't get it?
I'm just trying to
Y'all don't get it. Let's move on.
Let's calm this down.
You can't save us anymore. We're done.
We know.
Hold on.
We know. That's not a question.
Hold on, bro.
He knows what to do.
All right, Queens, hold on, Queens, hold on.
Yeah.
Sure,
Go ahead, Matt.
Good.
I wasn't.
Bro, like, I don't think I could show you guys a better clip that expresses female frustration when the shoe's on the other foot, bro. Bro, that chick was pissed. And mind you, we were like an hour in at that point. Right? You guys could look. The timestamp is right around fucking, 50-minute mark. So we're almost an hour in. She was pissed, bro. So it is what it is, man. But anyway, quick little thing I want to talk about when it comes to women paying each other's bills in the male experience. Give me ones in the chat if that all makes sense, because I'm going to segue into the next video here. Give me ones if that all makes sense. But I had to point it out for you guys because this is such a rare situation to show you guys like female nature. It's a very distinct, specific, and rare opportunity to show you guys women when they deal with female bullshit. It's very revealing.